as kids, Johnny Orsino's favorite things were sports and Laurel and Hardy. For as long as I have known John, he's always been a kid at heart, and that is still true. When it came to sports, however, he was as fierce a competitor as I ever knew. We called him TCG, an acronym for Take Charge Guy, because if he believed you were falling down on the job, he'd go nuts. He simply wouldn't have it, and as far as I'm concerned, that made him teammate number one, because like John, I wanted to win badly too. It was just that he was the better enforcer. When I was a sophomore, I earned a varsity letter in baseball. Believe it or not, John, also a sophomore, was on the JV. He was only about 5'7" and a little on the chubby side, but just as competitive. By the time he was a senior, he was 6'3", our star player, the team's captain, all BCSL, and on his way to the major leagues as a catcher with the Giants, Orioles, and the Washington Senators. As a senior, he hit over 400 and often drove baseballs over 400 feet with his incredible power. Little John became Big John, but he was still the John who loved Laurel and Hardy, with a laugh and sense of humor that was just as infectiously powerful as his baseball swing. I rate him and John Viola, both catchers by the way, as Fort Lee's greatest baseball players from the years 1945 to 1960. Not surprisingly, they are both in the Hall of Fame. I don't know what happened in the years after that, but it is hard to imagine better examples of that sport at our alma mater. Time to seal the deal. How about this? John was in the minor leagues from 1957 to 1960, played on championship teams every year, and was named to the All-Star team all 4 years. In 1961, he was brought up to the big club, the New York Giants. Do you know that he capped the record for hitting 5 straight home runs in an inning behind Davenport, Alou, Cepeda, Mays, and finally Big John? That record can be seen in the Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, New York. That would not have been a record if John did not hit that 5th home run. He played in the 1962 World Series. In 1962, he led the Puerto Rican Winter League in RBI and home runs. How about this as testimony to his power? In spring training in 1962, he hit 5 straight home runs against the Dodgers and the Reds. John hit 19 homers in 1963, 15 after July, and was named to the American League end-of-season All-Star team. In my senior year, I was privileged to play on teams that won championships in basketball and baseball with the great players who led them, Ed Goldberg and John Orsino. John, a triple letterman, was also the center on our championship basketball team. Like I said, John Orsino, the take charge guy, just didn't tolerate losing.